about that. Let me go back to, let's continue on verse 12 again. It says, since this new way gives us such confidence, we can be very bold. We are not like Moses, who put a veil over his face so the people of Israel would not see the glory, even though it was destined to fade away. So Moses put a veil over his face so the people of Israel could not see the glory. But the people's minds were hardened, and to this day, whenever the old covenant is being read, the same veil covers their minds, so they cannot understand the truth. I'm going to read that one more time. And to this day, whenever the old covenant is being read, the same veil covers their minds, so they cannot understand the truth. If we're talking about the old covenant, the old way of doing things, or if we're talking about the Ten Commandments, and we're talking about all those laws in Leviticus, we're putting a veil over our minds, and we cannot see the truth. That's what that verse just tells us right there. And this veil can be removed only by believing in Christ. That belief, once we believe in what Christ did for us, that removes the veil, and now we are healed in our minds. Healed in our minds is the definition of salvation. Look it up in the Greek, sozo. Okay? Yes, even today, when they read Moses' writings, their hearts are covered with that veil, and they do not understand. So when you read the writings of Moses, so the Ten Commandments, when you read Genesis, when you read those things, our hearts, our minds are blinded to the truth. And I'm still not saying, because it's historical to read those things, and we can still learn things from those writings for sure. But that's not what we're living under. We're not living under that law any longer. We are living under grace. All right. But whenever someone turns to the Lord, the veil is taken away. For the Lord is a spirit, and wherever the spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. Freedom. I'm not saying free. This isn't saying freedom to sin. It gives you freedom to know that you are in relationship with Him, and not only do you believe in Him, but He believes in you. So all of us who have had that veil removed can see, that's faith, and reflect the glory of the Lord. And the Lord, who is the Spirit, makes us more and more like Him as we are changed into His glorious image. That is beautiful. So let's see what else I got. Let's see what else I got here. Okay, so that's everything. So everything that I just walked through for quite a while, everything that we just talked about. If you go all the way through the beginning and see what it says about us being in Christ, and that being the reason why we entered into death with Him. We were created that way, and we entered into death with Him, and we were resurrected, brand spanking new creations. As those brand spanking new creations, we are no longer under the law. We are under God's grace, and it's 100% to do with Him having to have absolute love and favor on us, because that's what grace is: unmerited favor, unconditional love. So I hope that answers this guy's question. I'm going to try to post this video in the comments to reply to his question. I hope that does do wonderful things. And if not, we can definitely talk about it. And if anybody else who's watching this video, because I'm going to just post this on Facebook too, anybody else who's watching this video has anything that they would want to talk about with this, please feel free to, because I'm still learning and diving into this as much as I possibly can, and I love learning with one another. So I love you guys very much, and I hope this was informative and spoke to you, and we will talk to you later.